it's Liz Yuille from Old Staples Crafts, UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thank you very much for joining me today. Today I am going to show you a slightly different version of this card. I made this for my brother's birthday, which is either just been or just about to happen, or, you know, I record these things in advance. I don't always know when they're coming out. Anyway, so this is the card, and I don't know, can you see I've got Wink of Stella on there? And then I've got Happy Birthday in the middle, because why wouldn't you? So I'm going to do a smaller version of that card. So I'm going to shrink everything. Right, let's get started. I am using the lovely new soft sea foam, Balmy Blue, Blueberry Bushel and Pineapple Punch. Blueberry Bushel and Pineapple Punch are two of the new in colours that will come in on the 1st of June, although this may be after the 1st of June, I don't know. And we're using Lilypad Lake as the stamp set. So I'm going to start with the sea. I'm doing a much smaller base. I want to say this is 2.5 inches square. But all the dimensions will be, on the blog post below. So it's in the description bar, so don't worry, it's all going to be fine. So, soft sea foam and the waves, and I'm coming up, so I'm about 1/3 from the top, and I'm going to stamp and then move it a little bit so that there's another impression of it, and then I'm going to stamp it off and actually turn it over and just come in again just to add a little bit more. That's all I want the sea foam for. So then we've got Balmy Blue, which I love. It's a really clean blue colour. And I'm going to be naughty and not clean my stamp in between because I'm going darker. So once, twice, and then turn it over and come in again. Now you do have to be careful when you're moving down because there'll be a darker bit where the ink hasn't actually touched paper, but so long as you do the first two reasonably carefully, you'll be fine, but then the third one obviously stamp off. So again, not cleaning, and I'm going to come quite a long way down this time because the Blueberry Bushel is quite a lot darker, and this time I'm going to just stamp off before I come back in, and then again stamp off, turn it over, and that way you get a better, and I'm going to stamp off twice, you get a better fill. So that's our C. That's all I'm going to need. No, I might need that again because I'm changing the card very slightly because we're changing the dimensions. And then I've got our lovely new chamois, which just cleans stamps beautifully just with water. So really easy. So that's that. Now I have done a bit of here's one I prepared earlier with the boats because those do need die cut, and you know, you really don't need to watch me colour. So I have coloured in 2 of them, and I just need to colour in the 3rd. I'm using the new Stampin' Write markers, the new in colours. So with the writing tip, I'm just filling in the boat at the bottom. Let's find a clean bit of grid paper. So the boat, and then I'm going to use Grapefruit Grove and Pineapple Punch for the sails. So that's the Pineapple Punch, and then Grapefruit Grove. And they're good to go. So that's those. Then I've just got to, whoops, worry about sorting that out in a minute. The sun is in Pineapple Punch, just to tie it all together. And I've got a little post-it note to cover up that corner, and I'm not covering all of it, just a bit. Stamp that down, so that's our sun, and then with a blender pen I'm just picking up a bit of the pineapple punch from the lid and colouring in our sun. And I've deliberately slightly gone over the top of the soft sea foam so that the horizon sort of blends together. So that's that. Then, okay, next thing is some Wink of Stella, which I had. It was on my desk because I was using it. Do you think it's time for me to tidy my desk up? Because I think it might be. Right, where's a... Oh, there's a Wink of Stella. Okay, so just that's an old Wink of Stella. Where did I put... Oh, I can't see it for looking at me. It's right in front of my nose. This is a new Wink of Stella. So I'm just adding a bit of Wink of Stella. Do be careful, don't go from dark to light, because you do pick up a bit of ink with your Wink of Stella. So just be aware of that. So while that is drying, I will cut... Don't think we need the grid paper anymore. I'm going to cut some glimmer paper. So just some of the white Dazzling Diamonds glimmer paper. And I'm going to cut that slightly larger than my 2.5 inch square. I'm going to cut it upside down, and I've got an old trimmer blade here which I use for glimmer paper, and if you cut it upside down it's easier on your blade. So I think we'll just go 2 5/8 probably. Actually, if I do, I was going to say if I do it at the bottom so you can't see it, if I do it at the bottom then I will be able to cut it. So let's do it down here, 2 5/8 so you can see it, because having 3 blades, they don't actually all fit on the trimmer if you want to use them up here. So it's better to use it at the bottom when you're doing this. Oops, sorry, that was the trimmer against my window. It's fine. So there's our glimmer paper square and our piece. So it's just a tiny little edge. And I'm going to, because I'm not going to use that because it may be after the day when it's gone, so I'm going to use just a little of the multi-purpose glue. It needs to be something that gets into the glitter, so the multi-purpose glue really is the way to go. Otherwise dimensionals, but I want to pop this up onto dimensionals, and then I want to pop the ships up or boats up onto dimensionals, and that's a lot of dimensionals for the post, so I don't want to go too mad with dimensionals. So okay, small dimensionals, piercing tool, let's turn those over and get these on. That's just a spare. Now on the original I did actually separate some of the larger boats. You can just trim it down, so don't think that you have to have the 2 boats together. You don't have to. Have I got it? Yes I have. Oh no I haven't punched it out. I would show you, but I haven't die cut one, so I can't. Right, so let's just take the backs off these and pop that down there, and then this one up here just coming over the sun a bit. So that's our piece. Then large dimensionals, 1 2 3 whoops 4 and 1 in the middle. And then just take those off. Sorry about the noises off. That is my husband being very handy and clearing up the recycling bin. Pop that there. Now I have pulled out the to see far is one thing, going there is another stamps. So that's the to see far stamp, and I'm going to pop that down at the bottom here in Blueberry Bushel. So just ink that up and stamp it down, and then take the other one and pop that on the inside. There we go. So that's the baby version of this. I hope you have enjoyed that. Lilypad Lake, I think, is one of the most versatile stamp sets and framelets, and you can get it as a bundle in the new catalogue. The framelets are, you've got extras, so you've got the crane or egret that you can punch out, the ships or boats, the sun, some undergrowth. This is the lily of the Lilypad Lake, so this, and then you can die cut the sea instead of stamping it. So this doesn't line up, but it die cuts beautifully. And then you've got some labels as well, and obviously you can use your labels for things other than this stamp set. It comes as a bundle, so you've saved 10% if you use the bundle code. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. I hope to see you again very soon. If you don't already subscribe to my YouTube channel, it's a little button in the top bottom right hand corner about there. If you hit that, you will get a notification when I have posted a new video. When you go onto YouTube, you'll see that I've posted a new video. If you would like to subscribe to my blog, you can do that by email over on my blog, which is linked below, and you can also sign up for my newsletter there as well. So thank you very much indeed for that. There are paper shares and all sorts of things going over on my blog, over on my blog. Once upon a time I could speak English. So do go and have a look at that, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye!